So guys, so recently I got this 10k Blueberry funded account. You can see I started trading it on the 27th of October 2025, and I got to pass it on the 18th of October 2025. That's how fast it actually took me to pass it. And I would say this is my fastest. You can see 8 trading days. It took me 8 trading days to actually pass the challenge, and the profit target was $1,000, which I actually meet up with. And if I go to the account, I'm not just excited at the fact that what I was able to pass this account really fast, but I was more excited at the fact that what this is the lowest drawdown I've ever experienced. Like most of the profits that I've passed that I've actually passed in the past, I actually go below. Maybe I'll lose, like if it's a 10k account, I'll lose about $500, then I'll have to suffer with drawdown and every single thing. But with this particular account, I did not experience any major drawdown. My highest drawdown on this account was $200, which was just 2%. And the moment I came back from that $200 drawdown, I went straight ahead to actually passing the straight up phase one. You can see I have a win rate of just 59%. However, with that 59%, I was still able to hit my 10% target, which is by making $1,000 and still passing the challenge. Now, to surprise you the most, here is it right now. I passed the phase one on the 18th of November, and today is 19th of November, and I was giving the login details on the 18th of November as well, because Blueberry funded, it takes them about 6 hours or less to actually give you your phase challenges account details. So immediately they gave me the details, straight ahead I went up and then took my first trade today on gold. Let me just show it to you. Here's the trade I took on gold today, and you can see it clearly. This trade alone actually gave me $236. That is actually 2.37% of my account right now, which means that what in phase 2 I was asked to make just $500, and you can see that we are already almost 50% through with phase 2. Now, in terms of the strategy I actually used to pass this prop firm account, it's nothing really new. It's the basic support and resistance that we all actually know. So now let me give you a quick breakdown on the strategy I personally trade. So basically, before we get in, I just want to let you know that this video is actually sponsored by Light Finance. Yes, despite being a prop trader, I also trade a live account. Like basically, when I got started with trading at first, I wasn't trading with prop firms. It was last year that I got my hands into prop firm. I'll say late 2024, that's when I got my hands into prop firm. And since then, I've passed multiple accounts. If you go through this channel, you actually see all video evidence of them and then payouts that I have received as well. So if you are looking for a reliable broker to trade with, I will always advise you trade with Light Finance, because they are very easy, fast trade execution, and every single thing is so much smooth with them. And that's what I actually love about it. And they have a very good spread size as well. So if you're a trader looking for a reliable platform to trade with, and you want to trade a live funded account of your own money, then you can use Light Finance. The link will be down in this video description and also in the pinned comment as well. So guys, now talking of the strategy I actually used to pass this account, I would say this is the most craziest and easiest strategy ever, and it's basically support and resistance, which is a strategy a lot of you hate the most. Now, support and resistance is a very basic strategy, and the reason I love it is because it is basic. Now, what is support and resistance? Support and resistance is basically identifying a level that the market is highly respected and a level that the market is actually failing to break above. Now, once you have these two levels together, that is basically, now the upper side is the resistance level and the lower side is the support level. Now, for example, take a look at this market right now. You can see I spotted a 4-hour support right here. Now, when I'm identifying my level, I use the line chart, and if I should come over to the 4-hour time frame, you see carefully, yes, you can see here's the 4-hour time frame here. Here, this area here was a 4-hour support level, as you can see it here, and it actually aligned with this previous high here, so which makes it a better level. So after spotting this 4-hour level, and I also spotted the 4-hour resistance, which was here. As of the time I spotted these levels, this particular part of the market wasn't, this breakout here wasn't created yet, so don't get lost with it. So basically, after I identified it, then I dropped down to the 1-hour time frame, and on the 1-hour time frame, I also identified the 1-hour support here, which was this level, and this 1-hour resistance right here. Now, after spotting this 1-hour resistance, now let me come over to the candlestick chart. Now, after spotting the 1-hour resistance, and the market was above it, so I had to wait. So now let me drop down to the 15-minute time frame. Now, so on the 15-minute time frame, you can see it carefully that what here is a 1-hour support and a 1-hour resistance. Now, basically, I waited for the market to break above, and immediately the market broke above, it came here, got close to the 4-hour resistance level, which I very much knew that it's actually going to sell off from, but I did not sell it. And the reason why I did not sell it from the 4-hour resistance was simple. The reason is because we had 1 hour support here, which I know that at times the market might fake out of here, come back to retest this support before buying. So since the whole gold market was looking bullish after a very long period of a sell session, I decided to wait for it to come back by itself, and then eventually the market came and then tested my level here. So now let me open MT5 on my desktop and then share it with you. Okay, so here is it. Let me come over to history, and you can see it here that here was a trade on gold. Let me see if they can give me a better report overview. Let me come over to overview and see. Symbols. Okay, they won't give much information, but I believe you can see it from here. So here was a trade on gold. I bought gold. You can see buy with 0.15, so I used 0.15 lot. You know, I'm in phase 2 and all I needed was just $15. So there was no risk, was just $500, and there was no risk for me to over leverage. So instead of me to risk $100, I decided to just go with 0.5 lot size, which 0.15 lot size, which actually gave me the room to risk just $50. Yes, I risked $50 by buying gold at 4,082, and I kept my SL at just 4,000. Okay, this is the break-even SL. That's why it's above. So basically, my SL was around, let me come over here. You know, when my trade moved into profit, I shifted to break even. So basically my SL was around 4,078, yes. That was my SL, and then my TP was at 4,098, and you can see that what the market actually went ahead to smash it, and that gave me a 1:3.6 risk to reward. Now the reason why I kept everything here was simple. So after the market broke out of the 1 hour resistance, came back to retest it. Let me go down here. Now I actually entered at the retest of this candle. Why? Because the market came to retest it here first, and my original entry should have been here if I had gotten it, if I had gotten earlier, but I was busy, so I couldn't get into the market at this point. So I was patiently waiting for the market to come back to retest. So the market came and I gave this bullish engulfing candle, which actually covered this previous bullish candle, which was also another good reason to buy, because on a norm, I could have taken a position from here as well after this bullish engulfing candlestick, and I kept my SL below here and take profit 1:2, which I would have still gotten. But still on still, I didn't get in. I waited for a little bit of retracement. That is one crazy thing about me. When market comes to my level and close far away from it, instead of going in and targeting a bit longer range, one thing I do is simply I wait for the market to pull back a little bit, to come back and retest my level before I go in. So I was just there, and then the market eventually came in here with this bearish candle. Now let me drop to the 5-minute time frame for it to be clearer. Let me come back here, if that will be clearer. Okay. So here was when it came to retest. So here immediately came and then gave this bounce off. I only had one duty. So immediately I saw the 5-minute rejection from there. I realized that well, it's time for me to actually go in for a long. So whilst this bearish candle was still open, that's when I took my sell, because my confirmation was already printed long ago, which was this bullish engulfing candlestick. So I had no reason to wait. So that's why this candle being a bearish candle, I got in at the rejection on a much lower time frame. And immediately I got in, I just kept my SL below here, because I know very well if this market should break this 1 hour resistance here and then close successfully below it, it was actually going to continue selling massively. So there was no need of me using a big SL position. So I just kept my SL here. I entered at 40.81 according to the start here, and my SL was at 40.78. And if you look at it, gold, this is just about how many points? Let us look at it. That is 78, 81 minus 78. That is about, so you add to the, that was about 3 or 4 points on gold that I actually use as the stop loss position, because yeah, that is a thing on gold, and I'm already in phase 2. I don't need to wait for huge runs. I just need to risk, follow my strategy, risk a little bit of reasonable amount, not risking up to 1%, and then targeting a better position. So I just took this position, and immediately the market got here. So the market came here first. Immediately the market got here. The first thing I did was that I shift my entry to break even, because I was already up about 1:1 plus already, so I had to go break even. Now after going break even, this market came and it gave me this long wick downwards. Now immediately this wick created a rejection off here. I just shifted my SL, and then from my SL from break even, I kept it here, trying to secure a little bit of token, so in case the market comes back, I know that I secured something. And on the lower time frame, the much lower time frame you go, the better you're actually going to see the market. So after that, my SL was just sitting right behind here. You can see the market came here, it bounced off, and immediately this one bounced off, I then shifted my SL to its lower wick, as so you can see more wick came, and all of a sudden I got this big bearish spike from here. And the funny thing is that while this trade was going on, I was actually having a conversation with ChatGPT on how to actually keep on going with the trade. And since gold was actually moving between a 1 hour resistance level and a 4 hour resistance level, only two things were guaranteed in the market. It's either the market go and then retest this 4 hour resistance and then finally sell back, or the market breaks above it and continue going. So for that reason, I only had two options: keep my trade at a nearest key level break even, so in case the market comes back, I don't just leave the market empty handed, but I take a little bit of profit. Because the main thing here that I learned whilst taking the challenges that what the best way to become a profitable trader is through compounding. Yes, you heard me right. When I was trading let me go over to my dashboard and show you something. Okay, if I should come over here, when I was trading this account, one thing that I didn't really do was that I wasn't waiting for heavy returns. Let me come over here. You can see some trade I was taking a profit of just $145. Some I was taking profit at $133. This one hit SL of $27. You can see here I lost $184. That was the highest I ever risked. And here you can see I was just compounding every little profit. Here I had $112. Here I had $213. Then here I lost $91. Here I lost. This ones here were trade that I wasn't supposed to take that I actually took, or it's probably charges, because I did not take any trade that I had minus $2. Here I had just $69. Now this trade was on GU. I was holding a sell on GU and EU, so I had to close the GU so I can stay with the EU, because that was more convincing. And you can see it here. So basically I wasn't waiting for some huge profit before I leave the market. I will just take whatever profit that the market actually hands to me and then step out of the market. I don't really have time for argument. You can see here I had 246. Here I had here is where the game started changing. You can see 237. Then there was no loss. Here I had 52. Then here I had 246 again. Now as I was trading this account, I only had a simple thing in mind: no time to wait for any huge return. And if I was risking, I wasn't risking up to $100. So yeah, it's a 10K account. I should be risking $100, but I wasn't risking that. I was risking about $70, $90. That trade where I risked 181 was, it should be GBP JPY or USD JPY. It was a higher time frame trade, so it was only advisable for me to use a huger stop loss. It was on the 4 hour time frame or the daily time frame. I think I was trying to catch a weak spike, and the market actually caught me out before moving. That is the only place where I over leverage. And since then I went straight up and started risking about 70, 81, 70, 80, 90, 50 for some trade. Mostly the trades I took on gold, I was risking about $50, $60 on the trades I took on gold. Basically that was where my lowest risk was, and also on Euro USD. So this is basically how I was juggling through, and eventually I was able to hit it up. And this to tell you that if I reach $70, I was aiming for about 150, 200, and any profit I see, as long as I'm up a 1:2, I have every right to take profit. And that's how I was doing. And most of the trade I also closed as well did not actually hit my take profit, but they hit my break even point. So at times the market will go, and once I noticed I started acting funny, if I'm up about $200, I will set my break even to about $90 or $100, so I can secure at least 50% in case the market reverse, or secure a full profit if the market keeps going my way. So one thing I'll tell you as someone who's coming to trade prop firm is basically learn a very simple strategy. And this support and resistance that I'm trading, I made a full video about it that will be showing on your screen right now. You can see that particular video. You can go watch it on my YouTube channel. Now in that particular video, I broke down every single thing you need to know about support and resistance trading. And when it comes to me trading support and resistance, I have 3 methods of trading, and I shared all the 3 in that particular video. 3 different strategies of support and resistance, 3 different entry models, and all of them actually work pretty much. We're including the entry model I used for the trade I took on gold today. All of them was actually shared in there, so you can go watch that particular video as well. And one thing I advise you is simply don't be greedy in the market. If you are risking $70 and you're up 140, that means you are up a 1:2 already. It's okay for you to close it. You must not wait for the entire profit to come down. One thing you need to learn is simply the act of compounding. Don't expect to pass your profit with one trade, but basically a consistent over and over again trade will actually help you beat the risk. You can see it here, simply 59% win rate. Nothing big here, but you can see with 59% win rate, I was able to make 10% in less than 2 weeks, which is that, and like less than 2 weeks I was able to make 10% of my account. And within same period as well, I was giving the phase 2, and you can see phase 2 also, I'm already up 2.3% already. This is to tell you that within 2 weeks period, I was able to take an account and go up about, that is let me say almost 13% up on account within 2 weeks period of time. And I did all of this with just a simple thing, which is known as compounding. Now you can see my win ratio hasn't been updated for phase 2, probably because this is just the trading day hasn't fully been closed yet. That's why it hasn't been updated. But everything you can see, it's MT5 2-step phase 2 10k account, and this 10k account costs about $60 on normal price, but if you use my promo code, which should be down in the video description, you should be getting it for about $48 or 40 something dollar with my 20% off discount code. So guys, basically that's all I have for you in this video regarding this Blueberry funded. I would advise to use them. They are very trusted pro firm as well, and this is my journey so far, and I'll update you guys if I eventually pass phase 2 as well and won't start taking payouts as well. I'll be sharing it here with you. A lot of you requested for me to be doing this, and I'm here to actually do that with you guys. So guys, see you in my next video. Bye.